Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Dark Souls Remastered. In the last episode we beat Artorias and gave his soul to the Hornet Lady Kiaren, the Knight of Gwyn. In this episode, I want to be human. I actually died before I started the recording. Never mind. Never mind the reason. I died before I started the recording. Where is... There was a Gravelord servant, which I went into and then died. Humanity is what I want. There we go. 2 of them, please. This is definitely a bonfire worth kindling. Also, I want to be human for this coming section. For a few reasons. Well, for one main reason. Is that there's an NPC invasion in this area. And I want to get the NPC invasion. Oh yeah. Also, having 10 Estus is always nice as well, so kindling there is usually a pretty good idea. Watch out for this guy. These guys here are... the citizens, I guess, of OOLACILE is probably the best way of describing them. Dead citizens now. But they were corrupted by the same thing that corrupted Artorias. Which, I said last episode, at the end, accidentally, kind of spoiled it, but it is actually humanity that has corrupted these poor souls. Which is weird, because presumably they were human. So they had some humanity with them, within themselves anyway. But concentrated humanity is apparently not a very good thing. What an idiot. You can usually get both of them to fall off there. I only got one to fall off, but what you gonna do? Now I will probably get invaded like right here, and there's a spellcaster around this corner, which I really want to kill before I do anything else. Jesus. Run away. The laughing is really off-putting. And screaming as well. There's also screaming. Damn it, I tried to roll through that. Spellcasters suck. I used to be pretty good at rolling through their, I used to be pretty good at rolling through their attacks, but apparently I'm out of practice. There's one more down on this bridge, and here I will get invaded as well. Oh yeah. Malicious Chester. Get punched, Chester. Don't hit me with an arrow. He has arrows. Or bolts, I should say. He has a crossbow. Interesting that he just keeps... Oh, there he goes. I was gonna say, interesting that he just keeps shooting me. You'll notice here, this is the guy that we talked to at the start. I said malicious Chester. It's actually marvelous Chester. But, you know, close enough. Now you can see him drop down there. There is a lot of places in this area that you can go. Oh, you can see this guy down here. There's a lot of areas in this place that you can go. And I will explore all of it as I'm going. It's very, very dark here. I might actually have to do some post-processing here just to brighten this area up. More than I usually do. We come here, I believe. There's a secret wall that you need light to be able to get through. I could be wrong. It might be somewhere else. Actually, it's not there, I don't think. This is just the way up. There's a few places in this area where there are secret walls, and the only way to get into the secret wall is to cast some kind of light. Either whether that be the light spell, which I can't do because I don't have the required intelligence. I think it takes like 14 intelligence. And also... Give me this, please. Also, you can have... There is a particular helmet that you can get that will also give that to you. It'll, like, cast a light above your head. This is a clusterfuck of a room. Maybe? I thought this was a clusterfuck of a room. Or did I come in the good entrance? I came in the better entrance. Shoot another one of them. There it is. That's right. There is another one. This is where I thought the clusterfuck was. I usually come in this entrance and then there's 3 of the fuckers. Down I go. Then with their damn dark magic. As I said, clusterfuck of a room. I can get back there fairly easily though. I usually just run through this area because, honestly, the drops down here, there's like a few drops down here that I like, most of them, and I know where they are, and they're just through my run-through of this area, but... Alright, we're back. Nearly immediately died. Get counter hit if you, Oh yeah, it's the other door. It's underneath the first one. You get counter hit if you're running, is the problem. Grab my souls. You know what I probably could do, actually? You running towards me? No, you're casting spells. What we can do is cheat. Like that. Oh, I was hoping they'd give you the head. You can actually get an item which is just their head, which is kind of funny. We've come down here, we get Dark Orb. Which is a spell. Where would the easiest place to find it be? Here. There it is. An abyss sorcery discovered by an OOLACILE sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fire giant dark orb. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps human souls, because of their humanity, produce sorceries with a more tangible presence. It's a useful bit of lore there, which is why I went through the effort of actually collecting it. Yeah, I think this here, maybe? I think you can come down into this door to kill that guy. I don't know. There's something weird about it. I just can't remember. I just remember this room being way worse than that. I mean, granted, I died twice. Anyway, what I was saying was, it's a useful bit of lore that, simply because... God damn, this area. Simply because it highlights there's a difference between what we collect as souls. Hello. And what we collect as humanity. Because a lot of people would see, well, you've got a soul. It's a soul, you've got humanity. It's a similar thing, right? But no, they are quite different. And they result in different things. That's right. These items are great. They're designed pretty much for PvP. Arch tree carving says I'm sorry. Head carving of art trees by Goff in his imprisonment. Goff imparts an emotion to each and every completed carving, which helps him achieve personal enlightenment. When a head is disrupted, it speaks, reflecting the emotion conferred to it. This head says, I'm sorry. Have another look. It's an expression of it. Isn't that an expression of atonement?
I'm sorry.
It's what it does. And you can use that indefinitely, by the way. It's just a way of saying sorry. Alright, so I've got that area done. So now we can drop down to here. Here is where you need the light. Let there be light. Indeed. Nothing I can do about that now, but I might come back when I have enough intelligence to cast light. I bought the spell for it, but then proceeded to forget that I needed to actually, have enough intelligence to equip said spell. We're gonna come back up here because there is a chest, which, spoilers, is a mimic. But that gives you the very good carving. I'll show this off as well, why not? I'll show off all the carvings, because they're great. Very good.
Very good.
The kind of weirdly artifacted voice acting just makes them better. And there we go, I knew there was a bitch hiding around here. Gonna run up here to heal. This here is kind of an annoying run. To the point where I may just shoot her with arrows. Which is a perfectly valid strategy. Oh, there she is. I got disoriented slightly there. There we go. Alright, we're good. She's poisoned now. Because I only have to buy poison arrows. Would have been a hell of a shot. I accidentally hit that there, by the way. But But I think the poison will finish her off, which is great. The way to get past her, by the way, is to run at her, and then she'll fire her magic, and you just roll through the magic. Like that. And if she laughs, great. Because if she laughs, it means she's not shooting you. They're slightly crazy. Also, you can see their eyes glow, which is creepy. This whole place is kind of creepy, I'll be honest. Large Titanite shard. They do drop large Titanite shards with fairly large frequency. It's worth noting. I think you can parry them as well. I very rarely pull it off. I've never really tried. I usually just block them and then hit them. Once again, there's a few places here where arrows are actually quite useful. Always be careful of this guy. He's a dick. They even put rubbish there, which is kind of funny. It's literally just to bait you over to the item so that he drops down and tries to murder you. Now, you can kill everything here. However, my suggestion instead is to run through, which is what I'm going to do. Come in here, there's a door here, run through this. Stuff usually doesn't chase you, but it can. And be careful here, because there is stuff that will shoot magic at you. Once you're out here, you're pretty good. See this crazy bastard laughing at something. We don't specifically know what. Need light? Yep, there is another place you can go through there if you have... Yeah, maybe. There is another... Ah, see, this is the start of the area. What we want to do is be very careful you don't get shot. But we want to jump down here. He finds something very amusing. But he's dead, so who cares? There's also this guy. As I said, they like hiding around corners. This here, another mimic. Fuck me. Don't die to a mimic. I nearly died to a mimic. It rolled completely into the direction I didn't want him to roll, but this here gives us the crest key, which is a key that I was looking for earlier. So I'm glad I have it now. Imminent fire. I mean, yes, that's true. Indeed, there is fire there. This here, I believe... is a drop... Yeah, you can't get back up there if you drop down there. But it brings you back to this... Yeah, brings you back to this area here, so you have to redo this jump. If you wish to get down there, which I do. I went the wrong way. And jump back down here. This is the way I want to go. I can't quite remember all the stuff around this area, but I think this here will give you a drop off to the item down here. Item ahead. Humanity ahead. And would you look at this? A twin humanity. I'll actually rate both of those up because they are both good messages. Because a lot of people will just drop down here immediately. Which isn't necessarily a bad option. This guy's here, though. You can see there's an item over here, and an item there. Before I get them, though, I'm going to go here. I will go back for those items. But this here is a handy little shortcut. I'm taking it up for the purposes of showing you that it's here. Bye-bye. So that's a shortcut for us. I'm going to head back and grab these items, and then I'm going to go up to the bonfire. Am I? I'm sitting at 23 minutes. Give me this, please. Dark fog. It is... I thought he saw me. He did not. Dark fog is another abyss sorcery. Technically not a sorcery. I think technically it's a dark pyromancy, but... No, it's a sorcery. Abyss sorcery discovered by an OOLACILE sorcerer on the brink of madness. Create a cloud of dark fog. Although dark fog is, in theory, relatively close to humanity, it also appears to be a terrible poison for humans. Perhaps it reflects man's cruelty against his own. It is a poison cloud, essentially. And there's one more item over there, which is a bitch to get because there's a caster directly above me right now. I'm just gonna YOLO it. Give me this. Rip 39,000 souls, perhaps? So you can see why I got the shortcut before doing that. I think I actually will get my souls back, or at least attempt to. I wonder if I have a ring of sacrifice. I have a rare ring of sacrifice, which I want to save. No regular ring of sacrifice, that's a shame. Would have been nice to get my stuff back like that, but whatever. But as you can see now, we can just run here. Those idiots may chase me down this hole. They didn't, good. Do I care about my souls? 39,000 is a level? That's the thing. Yeah, maybe. I'll see how easy it is. If I excuse me, if I drag them all out here, it should be fairly easy. I'm just worried about the caster more than anything else. Case in point. Also, this one has dark fog. That's the sound of dark fog going right there. Luckily, she can't really dark fog me out here, but she can actually fall off. I say she, I don't actually know if these casters are female, but... Well, I guess rip those souls. They're gone now. Yeah, when you're running, apparently that does enough to kill me at my current health. It was a counter hit, which is why that killed me, and previously I've been hit by them and haven't died. Is that if you're running or jumping or punching or essentially if you're doing an action other than just walking, you will take more damage from all attacks, including magic ones. But since I died there, I may as well just ignore that now. I already got the item, which is, I mean, that's why I went back. Now this area here sucks, and I suggest very much that you just run through it, which I'm going to do right now. And the easiest way to do that, I found, is going to the left. You run down here, to the left, careful of this guy. There's a guy there. I got hit. Whoop, I went too far. Also, that's dark fog. It's an enormous area of poison. I went too far, by the way. I needed to turn right 1 pillar sooner. It may be worth me putting on armor here just so I can tank a few hits and run through with poise, but like, it's not the end of the world if I have to do this a few times. Simply because the run back is so quick. Which is like, that's why I don't care that this is such a bitch of a gauntlet. And honestly, if you take your time and run through it slowly, you can. The problem with that is there's no notable items around there, so as fast as possible is pretty much as best as possible. So we go left, then we go right, then we go up here, to the right, and I'm actually going to save an exit. You don't have to save an exit here, I'm just doing it because it's slightly safer. Because those little guys can chase you. They tend not to, but they can. Now there's this guy here, who you can kill. My suggestion is don't. Don't hit me with your big ball. Just run past him. He's weird. He used to be the only way you could get, save and quit, make the elevator come faster. Look at all my, my cheaty strats. He used to be the only way you could get chainmail. They've since put it on a merchant, and that happened in, like, the original game too. Also, I think there's usually an enemy on this as well, when you first take it up. So you saving and quitting also fixes that problem. But if we come up here, we have a bonfire. I think that's going to be it for this episode. It was kind of just an exploration episode. But I'm okay with that. The last thing I want to do is come here and check these cells, because I think one of them might have an item in it, if I'm not mistaken. Also, you see all this blue corruption shit. We saw this up at the Artorias fight as well, which is interesting. Ah, you see that guy's... that's Artorias. There was a guy who ran off, but he was wearing the hat that brings light. I'll do a cut and sort of show it there. But that's going to be it for this episode. Next time we're going to go into this place. Well, give me a name. No. Down towards the abyss. It'll be fun editing that. You can barely see anything on my screen, let alone your screen. But thanks for watching. I shall see you next time.